Hey guys, before we start the show, I wanted to remind you guys that if you have been thinking about starting your own podcast or you have a podcast and it just needs a little bit of help, we have the solution for you. Today's show is brought to you by Idea to Launch Academy, the only multicultural podcast academy that to date has helped launch over 500 podcasts. Yep, you heard that right. 500. I mean, anyone can launch a podcast, but it takes lots of hard work and a solid foundation to have a profitable and successful podcast that stands out from the rest. You can Google how to start a podcast and publish it. And then, yeah, who's going to listen? I mean, I have been podcasting for well over a year. And while there have been many milestones and success with this podcast that you are tuned into, the greatest part of it all is building the wonderful relationships and partnerships with some of the best guests and fellow podcasters. And most importantly, the listeners. They are the reason why we're here. Carlo Amaris, the CEO and founder of Idea to Launch, has put together a course that will help you take your podcast from idea to launch in just 30 days with her proven 5-phase formula that helped her reach over 100,000 downloads in less than a year without social media presence or any tech background. You learn how to come up and refine your own podcast topics, your artwork, recording, editing, marketing, and so much more. Also, when you are part of the course, you become a part of a community of podcasters. I'm one of them. And we all help and inspire each other. Use the link in our show description to enroll in the Launch Your Podcast in 30 Days 2.0. Let them know that Double Dose of Raw Talk sent you and get the Instagram 101 crash course for free. Enrollment is open. So, what are you waiting for? Do that after you're done listening to the show and enjoy. Welcome to Double Dose of Raw Talk podcast, your weekly dose of many discussions and opinions, a show where we get comfortable being uncomfortable. And remember, no topic is off limits. Now let's talk about it. All right. Welcome back, everyone, to another week and another episode on Double Dose of Raw Talk podcast. I'm your host, Misty. And of course, because I got so oh my God, my guest lives right with me. I waited to the very last fucking minute to do this shit, and a bitch got a stiff neck. So we're going to make the best out of this conversation today. Also, my guest rescheduled with me because he was not in a good mood. Was it that you weren't in a good mood or you weren't feeling good?
Both. It was both. It was between good mood and just I wasn't feeling it yesterday.
You wasn't feeling it?
I wasn't feeling it yesterday. The vibe, it wasn't there.
Oh, okay. The vibe was not there, he says. Okay.
It's just one of them normal days that everybody gets.
Why were you feeling down?
I don't know. It was just I really had nothing. You know, it was bored. I was bored. I didn't know what to do with myself. I just had anger built up in me that I just needed to release.
Do you think it's because of the changes you're going through, like with school? You just graduated, do you feel like, are you anxious about anything or, your upcoming trip?
Probably say that now since school's over, there's nothing to do, which is very surprising since I wanted it to end. But it's probably also the trip that's coming up. I just really want it to be Tuesday, and I just want to get there, to be honest.
All right. So for those of you who are tuning, I mean, of course, again, my guest lives with me. So my dumb ass didn't introduce my guest. Guys, that is my little broke best friend. Marcus. That is my son. He's my guest this week. Because I wanted to have that moment with him to be able to chop it up about a few things. And there's nothing that I don't do here that my kid doesn't already know that I do on this platform. Like, we are very just honest with each other and transparent. So I just wanted to just chop it up. And after a year and change of podcasting, I figured why not? It's a good time for people to get to know you a little bit more. What do you think?
Yeah. I'm yeah, I'll say that because that's how you make new friends. To get to when people know you more.
Y'all, he's so my fucking kid. I fucking love him. All right, so let's dive right in. Obviously you know, we've been excited, looking forward to you graduating. You just graduated from 8th grade. So you're gonna go to high school. Okay. Um, you're obviously excited from going on your trip.
Yeah.
My listeners know I'm very excited of dropping your ass off.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell the listeners where you're going?
I'm going to Tampa, Florida to visit my father, my stepmom, and my brothers and sister.
That's right, your whole family, right? But this time is different. Because you know in the past you traveled by yourself, and because of COVID,
I couldn't go for maybe I say 3 years. I at least 2 or something.
calm down. It's
I
just two.
don't remember to be honest. It's been a long time since I went there. Yeah.
You're excited to go.
Yes. Very much.
Are you excited to get rid of me?
Yes. Very much.
It's okay. Honestly, I think it's healthy, right?
Yeah. It's yeah,
You tired of me?
a little bit.
Sick of me?
Some days, some days. Other days you're cool.
The days that I'm not cool?
The days you're not cool, it's all right.
What makes me not cool to you?
I don't know, to be honest. Probably I don't know. I guess is when you probably come home from work mad. That's probably the major one that I don't like.
So I haven't formally announced it yet to my listeners, but I could do it now. What do you think? Should I give them the news?
Yeah.
Mom got a new job.
Yes.
Are you excited about mom's new job?
Yeah, because you said you're working in the Bronx.
Closer to home, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna, I don't want to give all the details like that because I don't want people coming to look for me, and like, as people here in New York City, we always want a good favor. I don't need that shit. But, because you just said it, and I kind of had a feeling like that's what you meant by like, the days that you're cool, right? Do you think, this job is going to make it easier for mom to be in a good mood most of the time? Or maybe is it just that the job that I'm in right now, you see how that place has affected me or the things mom has been through?
Um, Probably both things. Just because it could make you like more happy when you come home, but also depends on the type of people you work with. As this how like you work now, where it's not the safest place, I guess, when people are working with you.
What do you mean with me? They're not safe?
It's, if they get you really pissed, then I don't think so.
First of all, I keep it very professional with everybody that I work with. Are you talking about like the strangers, like, or are you talking about my colleagues?
Both.
You think I'm mean, or I?
It's just when they really get you in the mood to yell.
I don't yell at my job.
Well, not
I yell at you.
yeah, but not yell. But I see you and I know how you talk and I know what gets you upset now. Um, Even though you try saying it in the nicest way, I hear your voice and I know when you're about to flip if something goes wrong. So
So what is it that I work on? It's not what you say, it's how you say it, right? Because I've had to like realize that whether I'm at home with my family, with you, or even sometimes at work, right? My delivery has to be a lot better, right? But even with that, because I do think I've improved in that. Do you think I've improved in that?
yeah.
Okay. Even with that though, do you think that would have made a difference to be happier at my current job? Or do you think there were bigger issues there for me?
Maybe just a little bit of issues,
Mm-hmm.
but otherwise, yeah.
I mean, you could tell the listeners, do I ever really bring all the issues home to you?
No, you always say you like to leave work at work.
Mm. I don't like to talk to you about it, right?
Mhm.
When you ask me how was work, what do I always say?
You said, well, sometimes you say it's fine, but when it's like a hard day, you say I don't want to talk about it.
That's right. Because I don't want it to affect you. I don't want it to trickle down to your mood or your vibe. Because as we both know, right, you can hear it in my voice. You can see it in my face. You already know like something went wrong. And it wasn't like the best day, right? So I think that with the last year that we've had, with the whole virtual shit, right? I've worked from home for a little bit. You've been fully virtual since the beginning of the pandemic. I think we learned a new normal, right?
Yeah,
And we both know that shit wasn't easy.
it was not, especially math. Math was the hardest thing for me.
But I think you did pretty good.
I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah. Um with this new job that mama got, right? Um what do you think you look forward to with this upcoming change? Because by the time you come back from Florida, I would already have started and been on a whole routine with the new job. Like, what are you looking forward to when it comes to that? I'm going to have a new schedule. It's going to be a little different. And I have a whole plan in my mind, right, of how this is going to work out for me. What do you think you're going to come back to?
Well, I feel like you're gonna take that option where you have one day off on the weekday.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be weird to see you like that because you usually go every 5 days a week to work. But I think you're gonna be like more relaxed or more happy because you don't always have to like take the train to the Manhattan anymore or anything. You could probably maybe just take a cab. Or,
Okay, calm down. We're not trying to spend so much money on cab.
or you could just have like how Theo drops you off maybe.
Okay, no, he's not my cab driver either. But it is going to be a better commute.
Yeah.
It's going to be shorter. Okay. What do you think you're going to be able to do this summer without me? Like, what do you think in your mind? Like, your plans are going to look like in Florida?
Great.
Do you feel, right? And you could say this, it's okay. But do you feel like you have more freedom down there than you do up here?
Just a little bit. Because they trust me to go outside with my brother, of course, just us two. Probably just like walk around the block or just take bike rides with each other. Because I know I can't really do that here, but I still enjoy the time that I have here.
Right. So you do feel like you have more freedom. Do you think I'm overprotective?
Sometimes.
Like in a bad way?
I see it sometimes in a bad way, but when I really get to it, I understand why you're like that.
You understand why? Why do you think is the reason I am like that?
Because you were raised that way.
To be overprotective.
Yeah.
Because my parents didn't let me do shit, right?
Yeah.
And even then, I still got away with a lot of shit compared to my brother and my sister, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Yeah. And I talked to you about this, right? I tell you about like some of the crazy shit I've done, right?
Yes. Yes, you have.
Speaking of crazy shit, right? That I've done, right? I wanted to talk about a little situation that we had. I've been very reflective this week on my platform and my little episodes about my emotions and just how everything has been feeling for me, with your graduation and the ceremony. And there was a little situation we had the day of your graduation.
Which was what?
I don't think I picked the right outfit.
And it kept when your dress kept rolling up.
Not rolling up. It was a split
Yeah. It was like getting blown up or something.
because there was wind, right?
Yeah, it was a lot of wind.
Okay, so they sent an email. The school sent an email talking about, oh, guys, make sure y'all dress, in suits and whatever, and slacks. Parents, please, it's a ceremony. So I'm here thinking this dress is gonna be perfect, right? Because it's a long dress, right? And I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I underestimated the length of the dress.
Yeah, I think you did. So, yeah.
Wait. If you guys could see his face, the reason why we're not recording this is because my ass got a stiff neck. That's the only reason why. Otherwise, we were planning to do video, but I can't. The split was high.
It was. It was also very large, like in width, because you could see
Like it was open.
Yes, basically, yeah. It was open. Very.
Like the split. So it was not just up high.
It was open.
It was like open. And we well, not we, because you didn't shop for it. I shopped for it. You had no idea.
Nope, not even a single one.
Yeah. Do you ever really care about what I wear?
It's just sometimes, but that doesn't really. I don't really care. No, no, not really. It's just when I see, at least I'm not trying to sound like some. I don't know how to explain it, but when it's when I see us like it's short, maybe just a little bit.
Okay, like a short skirt or a short dress or short what?
Probably just a short dress, cause you mostly wear dresses, but that's occasionally or to work sometimes. But
Yeah, I agree. And I would say like I most of the time like I run things by you, right?
yeah,
Okay. But I think I totally completely underestimated this thigh high split that I had on this dress, right? And I mean, listen, this is not the first time I wear dresses to your events or to the school itself. I've been a godmother several times there. My dresses aren't always the best. They're a little short, like you just said. But in those occasions, I've worn the gowns over it for like the confirmation ones, right?
yes.
Like with your cousin.
Mhm.
This time, though, I wasn't wearing a gown over the dress, and the split was really, really high. And for the first time, right? For the first time ever, because I really don't give a shit. You know that. I wear what I wear. And I always like run it by you because especially if we're gonna go out together, like to family events or just any particular events, like I always, oh, does it look right? Like, what do you think? Like, do you think I need to change up a blazer or things like that, right? um I had to be conscious that we were going to a church, and I had to be conscious that, very transparently, I was going to sit next to your father.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I just thought about that.
Right. And I didn't realize that where your dad had to sit, it was going to be on the side of my thigh high split. And realizing while we were walking that my thigh high split kept opening and just showing my thigh. And it's not like I have the thinnest thighs either, right? Like, I was like, damn, I kept closing the dress. I kept trying to get comfortable. I already had to sew the cleavage part because it was a low cut dress. I totally underestimated this fucking dress. It's ridiculous how much I underestimated this damn dress. Like,
But technically, me and you were both unprepared for that, cause I had a whole change of scenery with my clothes.
you did. So the shirt fit you a little loose.
Yes, it did. Yeah.
Okay, we it's been a while since you've had to wear a button down shirt with a tie. So we had to wing it when we ordered it, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And it fit you big. And my brother came to the rescue, and what did he do? What did he attach to your shirt and to your socks underneath your pants?
It was something I don't remember the exact name, but it was something that would make your shirt look like um more fit, yes. But it was so difficult because it was like a clip and then it went down your whole leg and then it goes onto your sock. It was so uncomfortable because it was weird to walk in it.
They look like suspenders.
Yes, they did, and they came off when we were going to the auditorium.
So I send you downstairs for my brother to do the tie for you. And you come upstairs and you're like, Theo put something on me that make my shirt look fit. And I said, okay. But I didn't think to ask what the fuck did he put on you. And next thing you know, we're walking to the church for your graduation, and the string snaps off and it's coming off. So in the middle of the street, you're unbuttoning your pants to take off the snap that is clicking to your socks and to your shirt underneath your pants.
Had to. It was uncomfortable.
And then it happened with the other side.
I decided to take that one off. I was not gonna have one on and then one off.
But where were you trying to do it, Marcus? Tell the people where.
Oh, on inside the auditorium. Yes, while the ceremony was happening.
while the ceremony was happening. So because we had to sit down and stand up, sit down, stand up, you were taking advantage of that to take off this damn suspender like thing.
And it
That
worked.
and it worked. Right. It worked. It worked. Okay, cool. So you underestimated suspenders. So did my brother. I underestimated a thigh high split on my dress. But I told you I'm gonna wear the dress again, correct?
Mhm. Yeah. You said while I'm away from while I'm away and you're over here.
Cause
I don't care, to be honest.
right, cause what am I? What did I tell you? I'm gonna go a little crazy this summer. I'm gonna try to.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Because you won't be here.
Yeah.
Do you have any hopes? You know how I just said, like, what are you looking forward to for your summer? Like, what are you looking forward to for me besides the new job?
I don't know, to be honest. Maybe you say you're doing a lot of stuff when I'm away, like fixing the room. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe I guess I'm looking forward to that. Um.
Well, we're not fixing your room. Like, we're gonna fix up, right? We're gonna
Yeah,
change it
fix
out
up.
for
Yes.
you.
Yes. Um. And you said you're changing the whole scenery of the table, maybe.
I'm gonna get rid of these tables,
Yeah.
right?
So I guess I'll look forward to that as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, but my question was for me. What do you look forward to for me while you're away?
I guess yeah. To be more relieved that I'm not here.
Do you think that's what it is?
Just sometimes.
You like in what sense? And you could be honest. In what sense do you think like it's sense of relief for me when you're not here?
And I give you attitude a lot, and I I just don't respect you sometimes.
I mean, I wouldn't say you're disrespectful, but I do think sometimes like when you do give a little bit of attitude or when you disengage, like when you disconnect from me, it does come off a little bit like not respectful. Not necessarily disrespectful, but just not respectful. Because like I'll be like, "Are you okay? Do you need anything?" Or and you're very like, "Ugh."
Yeah, I feel like that's just the way I program for some reason. I don't know why.
Not programmed. You're
I don't know why, but
what kind of a program are you on?
I don't know. I
Okay.
don't know.
Your mama saw something on social media today, right? And it said something about how it was one of those Instagram posts, right? Maybe I should send it to you since you have Instagram now, because that's like your new, that's like your new thing, right?
Yes.
Okay. No, I'm not tagging him in the show notes, and I'm not giving out his Instagram. That's not what the fuck is gonna happen. But, um, there was a post that said, not normalizing anymore when people say, that's just how I am or that's just how I was raised, right? Like that's not an excuse, for people to say, that's just how I'm programmed, right? What that means is it's like it's not just okay to be a certain way. Just like for me, it wasn't and has not always just been okay for me to speak in a certain tone, right? Whether it's with you or with family or with anybody really. And that's still something that I work on, right? So I don't think you sitting there saying, that's just how I'm programmed. I don't think that's the answer, right? I think it's something you need to work on for yourself, for your future, for your other relationships too. So you don't make certain mistakes like mama has, right?
Yeah.
I think the part where it's going to be a relief for me is that and this may sound a little stupid, but I think like even though I'm always going to worry about you, right? Cuz I'm always thinking, all right, I'm lying. I'm not always thinking about you. Like when I'm at work, I'm thinking about my fucking cases cuz that shit is mad stressful, right? So I'd be lying if I say I'm always thinking about you. That ain't true. But like in the back of my mind you're always there, right? So I think that where the sense of relief comes for me is that maybe for just a little while I don't have to feel all of that responsibility like physically of you being
Okay.
here. Does that
Okay.
make sense?
Yeah, I think what you maybe trying to say is you're happy that my father's maybe taking responsibility.
Right. Like I know he has to be responsible now. I know this feels a little lighter for me, like and it's a good feeling, right? Because I know I could trust your dad. I know I could trust Christy, right? I almost called her Chrissy, like Chrissy Teigen, because you know she's on the news lately. She's been bullying people on Twitter. You know who Chrissy Teigen is?
John Legend's girlfriend.
Not
Or
girlfriend, his wife.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Yeah.
I need you to do better. I also need you to speak up a little bit, okay? Because we can't hear you. But Christy too, she takes good care of you. That's your dad's wife, and
awesome.
she's awesome.
She's awesome.
And I think it's pretty dope that I'm able to have a little bit of a break because, you know, Charito, my mom, she always used to say that the Hey, I hope you're enjoying the show. We're on a quick break right now just to remind you to visit our www.doubledose.of.rawtalk.store and get your podcast merch and rep with your favorite host, Miss D. And of course, my ebook is still available. My journal to self-love. You know, it's my experience and a dose on how to build and rebuild your confidence and be confident. So, go support the show. Kids belong to the mother, right?
Yeah.
She would always say that. And I knew that before I got married, before I became a mom. And then I got married. And I became a mom. And then I got a divorce. And we can laugh at it now, right?
Yeah.
But you were stuck with me the whole fucking time, right? And so when you think about that, it's like, I'm not saying it's cool to be divorced and to live in separate homes, right? Everybody should always aim and have goals to create a family however they want to create a family, right, for themselves. But I do think that because we have the setup that we have, I think it is cool and it is a peace of mind that you're able to go with your dad and I'm able to get a break.
Yeah, I think it's good as well. Because I spend majority of the time here of the year, I guess I could say. And yeah, I feel like you have handled most of the problems that I've had. So he could probably have a turn.
Some of the hiccups, right?
Yeah.
Can we share a little bit of that with my listeners? Not too much detail. But with your learning, you've had some extra help needed, right? And it has helped you, correct?
Yeah.
Tremendously. Your grades are great.
Mhm.
Oh shit, I gotta check your report card.
Yeah, they posted it.
Really?
I think so. They said they were gonna post it.
Yeah, I'm a terrible mother. I'm over here talking about a thigh-high split mama, and I forgot to check the report card. I mean, obviously he graduated. He's doing great, right? Okay. I also feel like not so much issues or problems, but it was that challenge for you. You needed additional help, right? And you've gotten it, but then like the virtual shit kicked in, and that was a bit of a challenge. Your health, you beat asthma, I want to say, because you haven't gotten an attack in years, right?
Yeah.
But you got hit with COVID.
Yeah.
How was that for you?
I felt like can I say something?
You gonna curse?
Yeah.
How bad are you gonna curse?
It's small. It's small.
A tiny curse.
Yeah.
Okay.
It kicked my ass. It was just for 2 days. It kicked my ass. Because I know mostly people suffer for more than a week, but for me, I feel like I beat it in 2 days, and it just hurt, but I got over. I mean, I beat it, so I feel better. I feel normal again, basically.
Right. It was scary.
Yes, just cause it was scary just a little bit for me, but when I heard that Charito and Papito started worrying about me and then they got it, that was scary for me.
Who are they? Do you want to tell the listeners?
And my grandparents.
My parents, right?
Yeah, my heart and soul.
Oh. Your heart and soul. You're very close to them, right?
Yeah. especially Papita, because I remember one time I called them because I was in quarantine, and Charito talked to me fine, but when I got on the phone with Papito, his voice started cracking. So I knew he was crying, so I started crying as well. But I hung up before they could hear me cry, and I just started crying.
You're very lucky because you get certain emotions out of my dad that I certainly never did. I just I just heard about his emotions towards me, but not necessarily seen certain emotions from him. But you're lucky because you get that, right? Because Papito is a little tough.
Mhm.
Reminds you of somebody?
You probably.
Okay. The other thing, the other bit of not a issue, more so a challenge for you, and you got the help for this. You met with a counselor every single week, which, by the way, we totally forgot your last session with Katie, but
Oh yeah.
but shout out to Katie. She was your counselor throughout the whole year.
Yeah.
How was that experience? So you got like therapy, right? It was like therapy sessions. It was something that was offered through your school, and it was pretty dope. It Can you say that, I'm very pro therapy. I get my own therapy. I do it virtually. But how do you like what was that like for you as a teenager, and the certain changes you were going through here? What was that experience like for you with a therapist?
At first, I felt like it was kind of stupid because I felt like I didn't need it. But when I got into it, I noticed how it changed me a little bit, just like personal growth, but also school growth. And it was like certain words we always learned every week. Self control. That's one thing that I've worked on, and I'm proud of myself because I do have more self control. Positive self talk. That helps me a lot. And just the stuff I could talk to her about, where she understands where I come from sometimes.
Was it pretty dope to talk to somebody different than just me?
It was, yeah, yeah.
Do you feel like you were able to be more honest? Because I know I tell you could be honest with me, and I know we're both very transparent and honest with each other. But is it always easy for you to do that with me, or was it easier with her?
It was easier with her. It's easier. It's easier with both of you, but it's easier with her because I could talk to her about what's going on or the day I had. When I want to keep some stuff away just because I don't want you to feel bad about me. So yeah,
Because I worry.
yeah.
Are you still afraid I'm going to flip shit?
Sometimes.
It's a good thing you were in a school, right?
Mhm.
It made it a little bit harder for me to get to your school.
Yes.
All right. So, in general, what are your goals for this summer now that you're going to transition into a whole new state for the summer? It's going to be for a whole month and a half. You've been there before, right?
Yeah.
But the difference is you haven't been there in 2 years,
Mhm.
and you are now a teenager officially.
Not just that, I'm also an uncle.
You're an uncle. Yes. Congratulations on that. I don't know if I've ever shared that with my listeners, but yes, you are an uncle. You have two older brothers who I kind of looked after when I was with your dad. And your oldest brother has a child, a boy, a little boy who looks just like you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're excited about that?
Yeah.
Are you going to try and not get into no trouble as a teenager now?
Nope. I'm looking forward to it.
To getting into trouble?
Yeah, that's how you live on the teenage life, ma.
No, I need you to calm down.
Nah, nah. I don't look forward to getting into trouble. I just want to have fun.
Okay. When I was your age, I went away to Ecuador. And there's certain things I did as a teenager out there that I do not wish for you to do here.
I promise I won't do that.
Okay. Not in Florida, please.
Yeah, most likely not in Florida.
Not most likely. Just please.
All right.
Any questions, please talk to your dad, right? Please be careful.
Yeah.
Safe.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, right?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Do you have any goals in specific that when you come back you want to be able to say, "Oh, you know what I did?" Like, what specifically do you have as goals?
I don't know, to be honest. Maybe just have more fun with them, or probably say go to water parks.
Oh.
Maybe.
Okay. The last time you were there, you did go on a jet ski without my permission.
Yeah. It was
That
fun.
I've never been on a jet
Fell
ski,
off of it.
and you told me that a year later.
No. I did. Yeah. Yeah.
You hid that from me,
Yeah.
cause you know I would.
As soon as I fell in the water, I told myself she's gonna flip. So I did my best. But it slipped because I remember we were at the beach, and I don't know who was there, but somebody said something, and then I just blurted out, and you were there next to me, so
And I flipped.
yeah.
Yeah.
I knew what to do because Augie and Christian taught me what to do. Um, they told me if I fell off, just stay there and they'll come back. So I did.
Okay. All right. Do you have any questions for me?
No.
Are you gonna miss me?
Yes. Probably gonna be homesick like the first time I was.
I have a feeling you're not.
I'm probably not, but I'm just saying maybe just one of those days, at least.
The first time you left was pretty tough.
Yeah.
You would FaceTime and be like, I want to come home.
Yeah.
And then you liked it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me think. I think we reviewed everything for you. I think we were a little bit honest here about certain things, right? I have certain goals. You know, I gained weight, right? That I'm still obsessing over.
That's a goal I want to do. I want to lose some.
You want to lose some weight, right? To be more active down there.
Yeah, just cause one of my goal is to start high school. I want to join the soccer team.
Right. And so you have to, by the time you come back, because you're going to dive right into, us, training outside with my brothers, right? Because they help you out, because you're going to have to do tryouts. So you're going to have to, find a balance for yourself to stay healthy, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So that's also my goal. I think what's definitely interfere with me being able to lose the little bit of pounds, and I'm not gonna say, oh my god, the 100 pounds that I gained, because I didn't gain 100 pounds, but it feels that way for me. Like, I think definitely getting a good schedule, a good work space, and a good work environment now that I have a new job, that I will be starting soon. I think all of that is gonna help me with a good routine to get back on track, and be able to regain control again, and lose weight, because as you know, I don't plan to never again not wear thigh high split dresses, right?
Yeah.
Are you laughing at me?
Yeah.
I will continue to wear short dresses, low cut dresses.
Probably not those dresses. The high split.
Oh no, I plan to.
But you just said that.
I plan to never not.
Oh,
I'm never not going to. Like,
Oh, okay.
I'm going to.
Okay.
Never not, right? Yeah, I'm going to.
Never. Okay.
I'm tired too. I'm
It was
sleepy.
confusing for me.
Are you sleepy?
A little bit.
A little bit. Yeah, you tired.
Very active right now.
Calm down. Like, physically active
And mentally.
and mentally. Okay. Today's a better day for you. You had a rough day yesterday.
I did.
Okay. I'm glad to see you're better today.
Yeah.
Okay. So my goal is to definitely have a good routine, a good schedule. Very transparently, I let my permit expire many years ago. So I am scheduled to get my permit.
Mm-hmm.
And once I get that, I'm diving right into getting the license.
I'm proud of that.
It's about time, right?
Yeah.
You've been telling me for years, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I have those goals, and I know you have your own goals. Any other goals besides losing weight?
I really do hope one of my goals is to really do make soccer team.
So you want to be refreshed. So by the time you come back, that's your focus with school.
Yeah.
Are you nervous about high school in September?
Little bit. It's just a little bit because we're freshmen, so I feel like freshmen get clowned more because they're fresh meat.
Yes, indeed.
So
So you guys are fresh meat.
Yes. Yeah.
But it's a good school, right?
It is, yeah.
Okay, you're not going to really be alone. Some of your friends are going, your cousins are going to be there, so it should be cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Any last words for the listeners?
No, it was awesome to be on the thing.
Finally, right?
Yeah. I mean, I was on an episode like earlier, but it was a short one. But
It was.
this one, it's more longer, so.
Yeah, I think you're old enough now to, have some more conversation with me, right? Just to get comfortable on the microphone, right?
Yes.
I want you to definitely get comfortable with this type of things. And this is honestly the real reason why I brought you on. Yes, it's because, my listeners are going to get always a deeper look into what my life is and me being transparent with them and very vulnerable to certain things that I feel or go through or my emotions. But also, if there's a way that I can help you break out of a funk, or if there's a way that I can help you break out of your shell even more, when September comes, you guys are going to be back in school buildings. It's not going to be virtual. And when high school comes, there's something that's going to start happening to you. You're going to have to start giving presentations probably in front of a class, in front of students, in front of teachers. And I pride myself in presentations and presenting and conducting certain things at the what's weird.
Because you like to do that, but I'm very shy of doing that.
Oh, I know. So this was definitely a good thing to bring you on the show with a microphone so you get a little bit used to that, because I'm going to need you to get it together. Not that I ever have expectations of you to be exactly like me. No, right? You're also not going to be wearing thigh-high split dresses,
Yeah,
right?
I don't plan to ever in my life.
That's not your style, right?
Nope.
No, right. So respectfully, I get it. But I do want you to get comfortable with your own voice. I want you to break out of certain shells. You're a very good kid. Sometimes you're shy. You're good. You're a good mix of introvert and extrovert. Like, you keep things inside, but you're also friendly and social. But
When I get to know you, I'm friendly.
Right, exactly. So I want you to get comfortable with that. I don't want you to lose that touch. I wanted to break the ice here with you on the show.
Yeah, I liked it.
Okay, cool. So on that note, guys, me and my little broke best friend here, Marcus, my son, we're gonna close out the show. As you guys know, it's always your favorite host, Miss D, just letting you guys have a deeper look into what my life is. This little part of me that I call Momma, being in motherhood for the last 14 years, and I think I've done a pretty okay job. And he's still in one piece. He's still put together, right?
Except for all these four dents in my.
That's your problem. You decided to be very accident prone when you were a child and get stitches all over your fucking head.
I think I blacked out on one of them, but you're telling me I didn't.
I don't recall that, but you're fine. You're still in one piece, right? Okay, so we wish my son an amazing summer out in Florida with his family. And y'all already know I'm probably going to have some stories for y'all because I'm going to be childless. This has been another week and another episode, guys, on Double Dose of Raw Talk podcast. As always, I'm your host, Misty, and you guys will tune in next week. Bye. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And we are live on your favorite podcast streaming platform. Make sure to tell a friend to subscribe, rate, and review. Talk to you later. Bye.